Hello and welcome. My name is Tanya Brown. I am a spiritual business coach, and today I'm going to talk to you about my experience going to a dime store psychic. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the term, when you walk down your main street, there's usually a psychic that has a storefront, and they have an unbelievably cheap price listed, $5 or a dollar reading or a palm reading or what have you. This is what I'm going to talk about today. So to give you context on where this came from, I was about 17 years old. It was the summer, and I'm a bit not disappointed. I was a bit depressed, and I'm thinking, where am I going? What is my next step? Now, granted, I had college and things that you're supposed to do listed out, but I was still wanting a certain level of certainty. I wanted to be clear that I was on the right path, the right journey. Hence my stumbling upon a psychic in the newspaper that for $5 would do a discount reading. So here's the layout. I go into the store and it immediately felt dark. It was like walking into a horror movie. Like the movie Get Out comes to mind. You have a feeling of foreboding, but you're not quite sure what it is. And I was feeling this negative energy around me, basically through everything in this shop, from the person who opened the door to just the things that were in there. But again, I love a bargain. So $5, I just wanted to see what she saw. Like, is she a real psychic? Like, can she give me information? Can she give me confidence and clarity that, my journey, my next step of my chapter of my life was going to be fun and exciting, and I was making all the right moves? That's what I had hoped. What she actually said was the polar opposite. She said that somebody put a spell on me. She expressed that it was probably somebody close to me, possibly a family member. And that this was the reason why I had so much negativity coming from in my space, my aura. She sent nothing but bad things happening in the next couple of years. Now, needless to say, when she said this, it was, again, like a horror movie internally. I'm thinking, I need to get out. But I also felt strange just kind of leaving then, so I was waiting for an opening in the conversation so I could exit out of the shop, out of the conversation, out of this perimeter. What she said next was, but there's hope. What I can do is I can pray for you and I could work some magic to get rid of these spells that were cast against you. Here I am, like a 17-year-old girl with her whole life ahead of her, and I'm being told by a psychic that somebody put a spell on me, and it's probably somebody, a friend or a family member, which is even worse, somebody who, I know. So in this horror movie, again, I'm looking for an exit. And she's like, oh, but, don't worry, you came to the right place. I can, pray for you, and I can put together a spell to get rid of the spell, and it's fine. It's going to only cost you $500. I think my jaw dropped at that moment. And she was like, no, the money's not for me. It's for the spell. And, I'm trying to find an exit. At this point, I'm like, well, I don't have any money. Oh, no, but do you have credit cards? Yeah, no, like I'm 17, I'm in college, in high school. I don't know, but you can get money from your family. Said family that put a spell on me? You want me to go back to them and ask them for money? Now, again, none of this was true. None of this was true, but it was just the concept that you just shared with me that somebody in my friends or family circle put a spell on me that's going to last, has been the reason for anything negative happening in my life. And it's going to be the reason for negative things happening in the future. But I can borrow money from one of those people to get the spell off. Yeah, there were so many chinks in her story. It was like cheddar, Swiss cheese at this point. And I'm just like, I'm adamant, like, make my way to the door, get to the door, Tanya. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. No, I'm broke. Yeah, they don't have any. No, no, yeah, no, it's very good. It's very good. And I just managed to get out of there. And the first thing I did when I got home was burn some sage. I don't know how I even knew to burn sage, but I needed to get rid of the negative energy that she had put around me. And in that instance, I just pulled out the sage and I'm just like, oh, oh, you know, for good measure. And I took a shower when I got home. I literally felt dirty from this experience. But my point is, I'm wanting to dismay you. I want you to have your senses on alert when you come in contact with somebody like this. And I am not saying that all psychics that have a storefront are sidewalk or dime store psychics. No, I'm not going to paint them with a wide brush like that. But I am going to say that you should use your intuition and your inner compass to know when you're in the process of being scammed. And I don't use that word lightly because do your little Google research. There's a lot of psychics in Main Street America that use this template of they get you in the door with a discounted offer. You know, mine was $5. And they give you a little something to kind of get your attention, and they focus on your emotions. Like, again, going back to myself, I was 17. It was the summer. I was bored. I had nothing but time on my hands, and I'm thinking about my life. Where is it going? This summer, September, I'm going to start school. Is this the right path? What happens after that? Where do I go? How is my career going to be for the future? You know, that was my thought process. And I was hoping to find someone to give me a kernel of hope, a idea of positivity or something. Anything but a lie. And what I received was someone who was preying on my emotions, knew that I came there and I was possibly at a bad place emotionally. Like I said, I was depressed. It was the summer. It was the end of a chapter in my life, high school. You know, there's something to be said when you go from what you're familiar with to into a world where it's the unknown. And by unknown, I mean college. You know, I knew everybody in high school. I grew up with these people. We went from one school or grade to the next with an occasional new face in, but it was basically the same players. So to be going to college where it's new faces all around and new experiences, I was a little bit trepidatious. Not that that was going to stop me, but I was a little hesitant. So a little good mojo or feeling good information would have been positive at this point. But for her to give me something negative and then to tell me that she could prey on me for $500 of money that you wouldn't possibly need herself. But bottom line, it's part of the whole spiel, the stick that these type of performers, because they're not really psychics, they're performers. And again, I don't want to paint a broadcloth to say they're all like this, because they're not. I know inherently they're not. I mean, I'm a psychic, or I have psychic ability and clairvoyant ability, which I'll share in another video. But my point is to use your senses to sense. The minute I walked in there, I felt a foreboding. I felt like I was walking into danger. The other thing was when she started to say things, it was just like my little inner compass was just like, warning, warning, get out of here. You know, and when I got home, like my automatic instinct was to just use the sage, get rid of the negative energy, and just shower and just wash this away. So that's all I want to share with you about this. I want to say that this did not take me off of psychics, but I will share some other stories in upcoming episodes. But I want you to do me a favor. If you like this video, please click like. Also, please click subscribe because I'm going to be doing videos on a weekly basis um, on all things spiritual and business related. And also, please share this with friends that you feel that this would resonate with. Now, I'm going to hop into the comments section and join you, and I look forward to receiving all your comments. If any of you have received any type of psychic readings like this, if you've ever went to any dime store type psychics that I'm talking to in the mainstream America where you're at, I would love to hear from you. Or mainstream America, or mainstream wherever, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Europe. Share with me in the comments section, where did this happen, what country, and what did you do afterwards? Like, give me like a little snippet of what it entailed for you. So again, I look forward to your comments, and I'll see you in the comments section.